Not here, yes, I'm in the house, but more than likely, I'm in the kitchen. That is the heartbeat of my home. And if it's the heartbeat of your home, but you want to bake like the bakeries, did you do the COVID-15, the COVID-20? I mean, they're all saying that everybody's doing COVID baking, even if you weren't. I have friends who could burn water and they're even baking. So whether it's baking, which is where convection technology came from, or whether it's just a smart oven, I'm telling you, once you get this, you will never look back. First and foremost, it's from Elite. They are leaders in technology. This is the hottest design. If you do a little search on how people are remodeling their kitchens, the French door design is genius. But here's what makes this really, really smart. And I wish we had one on, but you're gonna meet Mark Gill in just a second. Not only does it have that unique French door design, it is a rotisserie. So you're getting the rotisserie skewer, you're getting the remover, you're getting this oversized baking tray. Now I'm gonna give you dimensions here in just a second, but yes, 2 full-size pizzas will fit in this. Yes, your full-size turkey. Yes, your full-size lasagna pan. Yes, your full-size bunt pan will fit in this. And not only is it a genius design, but it has, let me just show you on the side, and then I'll introduce you to Mark. I'm sorry about this, Mark. But if you take a look at these controls, this is also what's really unusual. You can convection, you can broil, you can slow cook, you can bake, you can toast. But do you see this? There are separate controls for the upper and lower heating elements, which I gotta be honest, I spent thousands of dollars on my oven and that does not do. And then your center knob controls your convection. So it is everything in one. Well, I consider him to be the ultimate multitasker in the kitchen. The one, the only, the famous, or should I say infamous Mark Gill is Skyping from home. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome to our kitchen, Shannon. Hey, listen, you know, we got, it's that much time today, so let's hop right into it. Come here, you said it. There is nothing this oven won't do, so let's dive right into it, and let's talk about speed baking. Now, listen, unlike its little big brother to my left here, I'm not heating up 16 square feet of air around the food that I'm doing. So watch this. I've got 4 baguettes that I'm popping in. Now, you're right. You've got controls for the top burner, the bottom burner, the function that you want the oven to perform everywhere from convection. And by the way, yeah, we've borrowed technology from $2,000 and $3,000 ovens, rotisserie or a combination of the two. I've already got my timer set down here. Now, here's the cool part. On the package, it's going to tell me to set this for about 13 minutes. Because our oven has the technology built into it that it does, look, I just gave you 4 to 5 minutes back in your life and your party, rather than sitting here to, you know, waiting for the oven. So we're gonna let that bake. And you know what, the other thing that you mentioned, full-size pizzas. Well, you know what, it's a little bigger than full-size pizzas because a normal toaster oven holds about a 12-inch pizza from the grocer's freezer. It's like a training pizza. But if you want to go to the pizzerias, you're gonna start at that 14-inch pizza. And Shannon, this is gonna give you that 14-inch pizza. All of your bakeware is going to fit in here. And for me, that's huge because so many of these items come along and they work really good, but you gotta buy all kinds of special products and special bakeware. But with ours, yours works with it just fine. And what I love, Shannon, what I really love is the convection technology, because that means that when you're cooking thick crust pizza and you want those results perfect every time, you want to make sure that you're using the same type of technology that the bakers are using. And that's what I love with this. Look at the steam coming out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this right over here. And we keep saying that you can use your regular sized bakeware. Well, you know what? Let's do that. My wife, who's so creative, went on Pinterest, found the coolest thing, man. So you're going to take your regular muffin pan, 12 muffins, right? No, none of the training 6 sizes like most of these guys. And this is going to slide right in. Now, what this is going to do is this is actually going to create some cookie bowls for you. And I know I have a couple in the fridge that are finishing off here that are just absolutely fantastic when they're done. Everything you love to do in your oven, all of your baking, your roasting, your broiling, your braising, no matter what it is, now you're going to be able to do it with less energy, in way less time, and to your point, with a style that is just the hottest thing right now, those French doors. So Shannon, again, whether we're baking, whether we are broiling, whether we're toasting, whether we want to convect or rotisserie, Elite, and I mean, would you expect anything less, has got it covered for you in our 45-liter oven. This thing's amazing.
It's true. Hey, by the way, we have, I think, fewer than 2,000, and it is back with a vengeance. So a little over 1,000, 1,200 only. By the way, tell Trisha, if you hadn't already married her, I would marry her because she could do cameras and to come up with the cookie bowls. I mean, you had me at hello. But you can use your regular bakeware. And case in point, well, full disclosure, I use both my Curtis Stone and my Wolfgang Puck, oven. I don't use regular ovens. That's what I use as my ovens, but both of them, and they're fine ovens. When I put a regular full-size pizza in, it folds up. It almost folds into its own takeout box because it's just a little too small for the back end. So your full-size lasagna, your 9x13, your deep dish casserole, your muffin pans. I wouldn't say a full cookie sheet, but I will say this, with an interior of 15.5 inches in width, 12.5 inches in height, and 12.5 inches in depth. Mark, you're right, that's deeper than a regular, it boldly goes and deeper where any toaster oven would go. This is what I would call probably a 3/4 sheet. So this is pretty close to the size that most of us have. And remember, now this doubles, of course, as your crumb tray or your drip, or I'm sorry, you've got your drip pan at the bottom for easy cleaning. But remember, you don't have to buy the itsy bitsy teeny tiny rinky dinky bakeware. It's real bakeware. It's a real oven. But the thing is, there are no hot and cold spots. You don't have to worry about preheating. It heats evenly. You have the separate thermostatic control, which is brilliant. The convection technology, slow cook bake, rotisserie. The rotisserie I have sold, and Mark, I've done them with you. We've done them here at HSN. I've sold just rotisserie ovens for this price. The rotisserie, the skewer, the remover, the flex pay, 30-day return policy. Here's a pan just to show you size that we put on the interior. What are you doing for me next in your kitchen?
You know, there was a time when what you're looking at right now was, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and still is if you're looking to build that in to a regular oven at home. But look what you've got here. You've got the ability to create these incredible dishes, these big meats, these roasts, these leg of lambs like we've got here, the chicken I'm going to show you up front. And because of the size, because of the capacity, because of everything we're including with this, you can bake all of your veggies right at the bottom. And while we're here, let's have another look, because you want to talk about the high-end design and the high-end features in an item where, if I look at the screen, I don't even know what's going on. You have separate controls for the top and bottom. Each of those elements has individual heating controls. I have never seen that. I've been working with these machines for so long at any price. You've got everywhere from your off convection, rotisserie, and then a combination of the two. You want to do some speed rotisserie, that's the way to do it. And at the bottom, you've got your timer. Now, just like the highest quality timers they build into spas and pools, we want you to turn it past 20 so we can get the most accurate timer we can. And then you're going to back it off if it's under 20 minutes. And we've even given you the little pictures for the toast, which to me is fantastic. And I got to tell you something, if you've ever manned the toaster on a Sunday morning brunch, 2 at a time, when you can do 10 slices at once, holy moly, that's just the best. And again, when it comes time to bake and feed a lot of people, you've got the space that you need here without a doubt. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the stuff to protect my hands here, because this is hot. This is the real deal. So we've got some mac and cheese with that beautiful toast on the top. There we go, and we're gonna pull out, there we go, just like that. And then let me grab our lasagna. The bottom tray is completely removable, just like that. And I gotta tell you something, when it comes time for ooey gooey, when it comes time for, gathering the family around, you mentioned the COVID-15, COVID-20, COVID-30. I mean, who knows how long we're gonna be and how big that number is gonna get. But I gotta tell you something, if you gotta eat, you might as well eat something yummy, tasty, perfectly baked, ooey gooey, steamy, and perfect. And the best thing, Shannon, I'm just going to pause here because I want you to see this, okay? This is the interior of your oven. I don't have to bend to get in here. I don't have to hurt my back. I don't have to crouch. I don't have to do anything to get into this oven, whether it's pull food out or whether it's to clean it. Listen, it's an oven. You're going to have to clean it eventually, but the cool thing is it's easy to get at. So no matter what you're cooking, how much space you need, how many people that you're looking to entertain, this is absolutely going to do the job for you. And I love, 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 love our monkey bread. Makes me think of my son all the time. He loves doing this for Christmas. I mean, ooey, gooey, sticky, hot, yummy. That's just gorgeous, you guys. So, let's have a look here. We talked about speed baking. I want you to look here. Our baguettes are actually done. It's only been about 7 or 8 minutes, and you can see we've got that nice browning, we've got that nice toasting. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 3 of them in there, just like that, and I'm going to borrow one, because what I love about this oven is it allows me to be creative and do all kinds of fun things that I wouldn't normally do when I have to dig around in the giant oven, wait for it all to heat up. So I'm going to go ahead and take our baguette, just like that. We're going to unfold it, and now watch this. This is kind of fun to prepare for the week. You know, you've seen the sub shops do this. It only takes a couple of minutes, and then when it's sandwich time, this just couldn't be easier. So I'm going to go ahead and take that right off like that so we can give it a melt. And I'm going to pop this guy right on with our chicken like that. And then nothing better in my world than cheddar bacon chicken burgers. I just brought these right off the grill. What I love about this, it's like having a salamander in my house. Now, if you're not sure what a salamander is, it's a very expensive piece of equipment that sits in a restaurant that allows you to finish things off and melt cheese and get things all done. You're going to get the helper handle, which is fantastic, especially if you're dealing with this hot. Now watch this. These controls are so responsive, so exact. I'm going to slide it in there and watch this. This is the freedom I don't have with my oven. I'm going to turn the bottom off because I don't need it. I'm going to crank the top, and if I wanted to toast the bottom just a little bit more, unlike a broil in the oven which shuts everything off, I can actually warm again from the bottom if I wanted to. And if I wanted to speed things up, I can go ahead and make sure that that convection is set. And what that convection means, by the way, there's a fan inside that turns. It was borrowed from the baking industry to give light, fluffy, perfect results every time. So we're going to bring it into your home in an oven that's so compact, you can use it anywhere. A second oven during the holidays, if you've got a lot of people coming over, if you're like us in your RV, and you want to do a beautiful glazed chicken. And here's what happens with rotisserie chickens, and you can see this. Everything bastes in its own juices. Everything absolutely lives to make that chicken crisp and steamy and yummy and absolutely perfect. So again, Shannon, whether it's baking, broiling, braising, makes no difference. This oven is absolutely going to be what you need. Now come on over here. It's only been a couple of minutes. You want to talk about speed baking? It takes 11 to 14 minutes to make cookies in a regular oven. These have been in there for less than 6. Again, because we're not heating up that giant outside. So when I want to go ahead and take some croissants, fan them out, and slide them right in on top for a quick lunch. And again, because I've got those multiple controls, here's what I love. Instead of just melting the cheese on top like a traditional oven would do, I can go ahead and turn the bottom element on as well as the top. So now I'm getting heat from both the top and the bottom. This oven gives me complete control. And I got to tell you, spending the kind of time in the kitchen that we're spending right now and experimenting with some of the dishes that we're experimenting with right now,